Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hype TV. As we all know, this weekend has been, an exciting weekend. Mayara pam da changven yanagati team shaba. Kabe changven yanagati a particular team shaba. So to be nang balan to go into a week one game shaba dandanang ma particularly in the Premier League and of course La Liga. Game to le daning that was between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. So read one on Kobon so to go and challenge the first game and then Madrid derby. Then it's a kind then that kind of Saturday ma Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid in the Militano Dabala. So game one there is 4-2 and 5-2 sorry, and a lot of people were sharp come on money. The running was surprised by I believe some people were not surprised. So red one. Atletico Madrid Real Madrid 5-2. Like Atihapune Xabi Alonso, is it Madrid pressure on to cha? Also confidence in himself. Be he will just carry on from here.
Friday man, that Gentry that yell when we were doing the review, the preview can yell match man yell match share the non a very competitive match, but can that yell later Julian Alvarez. At the end of the day, he's going to be the star of the game. Unfortunately, he was really the star of the game. Tizaranye on the free kick Shelma. Very, very extraordinary free kick. And cannot be like game Diego Simone or that game as a final because prompt to that match they already played 3 La Liga matches. Carza is 1-1 draw. So Saturday match, madam, your match shared. Then that's very important to Atletico Madrid. They bring a 3 point to put themselves at a better place. So that was what you also on Saturday. Madrid team, I think they have a lot of things to improve. And Xabi Alonso, their last 2 matches before this game, Sakamo Yarmane squad one year squad share, but more improvement. Tizarani against Atletico Madrid. How and what command mentality share players find as an game up and he udanye some setbacks because Tranye Kavahada Nyedan ka Meltown Danye Dan can even shouting a very big blow to the team and that to contribute to the factor of whether lose against Atletico Madrid. I personally wasn't surprised because I already said that anytime Madrid want to chang air yard Metropolitano Stadium Madrid most of the times we did binyara la hanabe diba katizaranye ben sharon that time kanazo Griezmann got 24 matches before Saturday match oda pen of so danyi goal kabda kyona around 80th minutes pulo ko danyi never so danyi points da zante Atletico Madrid. So in all I foresee that Atletico Madrid that game as a final to themselves. Madrid players panla danyi some setbacks kadanye danse kananchi they were they wasn't that focused on the game.
Madrid.
Yes, Madrid. So that was what caused them that hammer the Air Riyadh Metropolitano on Saturday.
Okay. So maybe in general, I don't see Madrid fans complaining because of losing. But like a manager like Xabi Alonso, on starting a coaching career.
Yes.
On pure coaching. Game woman and your biggest game on the coach as a manager.
Yes.
Forget about what time at Bayern Leverkusen. You understand? Because at Bayern Leverkusen, maybe we'll face Bayern Munich.
Yes.
But we have to admit the fact that Bayern Leverkusen is not up there.
Yes.
Even though we're actually a transform team, but they are not just up there. Got to me other teams. So, our greatest match in Nabon. But it just seems that one thing we're reluctant about is our back line, man.
Okay.
Madrid up front. They have
solid.
all the giants, the likes of Vinicius, Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe, this on that goal, Shama, it just shows you that both forward line man is very good. But aside that, midfield man very super. But back line man, problem. I lay over some 3 years now. Real Madrid become constant back four.
Yes.
So that was what played. But I think Simeone going into the game, Osako capitalize, Orako capitalize on Xabi Alonso inexperienceness, because this is first ever like great game, whether
Yes.
you like it or not. So Xabi Alonso on Simpson or work on bench, I mean like agility man. And one time Real Madrid, then your hands season one yama. Yes, buntoji por spam. Amande they will concede a lot because Banyangma baka leadership. You understand? A
Yes.
player like one guy was from their academy last season. One of the best center back.
Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia. No center back. One of guys he had the Sergio Ramos. I mean like vibe.
Yes.
I wonder why over use Roma. Yes, Club World Cup man already been inconsistent, but last season man no like Mundani best center back. You must start him. Aside that, kind of Yelma leadership ka team man, especially in that back line because to and lead back. Because Thibaut Courtois can make all the saves in the world for that club, but if defenders my back line then they will not solid. Or bane ka leader at that back man, it will hand them. And when they never lead leader man, normally center backs into feel that kind of leadership zone. But Cavall right back or be non consistent. So it will hand them. Now Jabi Alonso like he has to sit down with the players and discuss because he has a good team. It's just like backline man, they are not that consistent. But aside that, kudos to Diego Simeone. Orako stay la. I mean the weaknesses of
Real Madrid.
But when it comes to transition, if you are transitioning against them, you will just defeat them. So he just capitalized on those kind of things. And as long as goals Shanghai then that the game man, they were very superb. From whether Real Madrid go to Atletico Madrid goes, they were very superb. So that was just like an entertaining game that we football fans deserve to watch.
Okay.
And aside moving from the La Liga into Premier League, there were a lot of upsets on Saturday.
Yes.
Because big clubs they were just losing. I think like at some certain point it just felt like I reckon a big club in England I am losing.
Yes.
So Liverpool that lose to Crystal Palace by 2-1. So game man last minute goals that could from Federico Chiesa and of course 90 plus 6 minutes or 90 plus 7 from that back. Eddie Nketiah didn't Crystal Palace to grant them the 3 points. Going into this particular game, Crystal Palace were unbeaten, Liverpool were unbeaten, but fortunately for Crystal Palace, they were able to end that unbeaten run of Liverpool. So Liverpool, Crystal Palace 2-1. Surprising?
No, not surprising. Friday ma yiha ndalan yalle kada ubon na satma parla anye Liverpool fan la zo. Man tijin twi man yera man gwale zan so ka ya dinye sham nda yala ye 2-1 ka be din ya be ka onyu ye 1-1.
Okay.
An kana ti Oliver Glasner since banda Mchangti Dego from Eintracht Frankfurt from Germany who kana England. He has been able to transform Crystal Palace to a certain level that fans always they are demanding more from them. Nonetheless, beaucoup players na pam.
Yeah.
An kana tule banda jirba ma Olise and Ezenema. Magui gbada en changla sango ka dabuto no. So in all, Liverpool la dapsulma. And that you look the one la before Premier League starts you played that was community shirt on penalties.
Yeah.
Ngwa zada wuhla Oliver Glasner male bam manchel den tekana gun Crystal Palace team Liverpool tizara nye edin ketia poama. Liverpool, I can say the back line the defenders lost focus because sanule throw in ma den da kanama edin ketia da ngulo mwankuzaya ka two defenders ka buzo sane koda to kpoma ndango nyanga bila ka ball ma da ka koda san ogwa dan yuka dagare Alsenbeka ben koda to no be shazan parupulo Oliver Glasner ngona into the season he can be able to put Crystal Palace into competition football game because when start season match madan tanaka league man na ka be top 6 man pun so chika because the way team ma bun yar shamala ndam shala na men nyabo pam So far, they are the only unbeaten club in England. Can give sharding a very very big achievement to the team and the boys as well.
Okay.
So I wasn't that surprised because I knew they was going to beat Liverpool on Saturday, man.
So inside the one a quick one, I'm going to fire and be because going into this game, yes, Crystal Palace they were 18 games unbeaten as it stands, 18 games unbeaten since from last season. But Liverpool side, mama, so far watching Liverpool's game, until complaining that they win a lot of games, like they've been winning games, but it's not that I like impressing. But game, mama, from the coach to the players on the field, until then, man, it was only some few players on the pitch, especially first half, man. It was Alisson Becker who kept Liverpool in that game.
Yes.
Did I win by Alisson Becker? So Liverpool dying better by 5 goals to 0, and that's why I always can until praise that Alisson Becker. Don't be surprised if always every season, but they nominate to be one of the best goalkeepers. It's not just about clean sheets. It's about the kind of quality. About 3 one-on-ones against Mateta, and he was able to save everyone, like everything. But aside that, on the slot lineup shell on the Zanke game, it was pure gamble.
Okay.
After game on the press conference, he came out and admitted that it wasn't good.
Okay.
You understand? And my problem right now with him is that you are going against Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Since Ankara Lekman, you have been struggling to win against them. Yeah. And last win against them was a 1-0. You understand? That was starting of last season, man. It was 1-0 against them in their home grounds. Ankara Anfield, it seems you drew against them. So it just tells you like a caliber of that. You shouldn't underrate these kind of teams. And then another problem,
okay.
Florian Wirtz, yes, 150 million euro player, but he's not proven.
Yes.
And if such a player is not proven, yeah, you have players on the bench. You can, bench him. It doesn't matter when he costs much. Yes, maybe on fit for Premier League games, or like he's not compatible when it comes to Premier League games, man. Anto bench you.
Okay.
Bench him and start him in the Champions League. Players are from the bench. A player like Federico Chiesa, Halino Zoma now made like and it's not the best because he has been one of his best players ever this season. Okay. Aside Hugo Ekitike and Sobosla, Federico Chiesa Empire.
Okay.
And always Ojindo la bench. And anytime we need to kind of bench, he contributes a lot to the team. And always Ojindo me. First half, there was no need to play Florian Wirtz at the right hand, at the left hand side. If Anyende Male, 2 natural left wingers, and of course players on Monotomia as a number 10, a right winger and a left winger. That's in Federico Chiesa. Top positions are on Tony, and he will play each of the positions like has out.
Okay.
You have Rio Ngomwa, yes, 17 years and you. He's not that like maybe in intensity of the league, man. He's not that well, but at least on your natural left winger, start him over Florian Wirtz. So Arne Slot just needs to wake up from like Kale. It's just a blessing in disguise, man. Because it is, sending a message to him that he needs to sit up. Understand? Because like, wake up, stop conceding. And of course, Nyama, you have a center back on the bench as well. Joe Gomez been an experience got Joe Gomez.
Yes.
Start him. If Konate one day will deliver, just Joe Gomez was a starter. It is due to injuries. Other center backs, then injury setbacks, man, so lapse will bench, man. If Joe Gomez, Konate one day will try Amborshamia, you can bench him because Joe Gomez is over 27 years old and he's very experienced. 2019, he was one of the crucial players for team, man. So he has the materials. Just that all selections, man, he needs to work on it from now. But Florian Wirtz is my and then I was born in Yaro Oyoto because of Orana be hit 7 games. So on that I observe, but it just seems like he's completely lost on the field. Bande Kumbara understand? Pass like or misplaced passes, which is not good for a player like you. It spoils your confidence. Yes, the quality is there, but he needs to bring up the energy into that team. So overall, game Maya is just a message to Liverpool fans and a slot that look, we need to sit up and really commit into this league because if Liverpool carry on with these kind of performances, I am telling you, Liverpool will not even end up in the top four of this season's Premier League. So aside Liverpool game, one game that the Davenong man surprise. I mean, as a football enjoyer, was Brentford 3, Manchester United 1. Game one,
I was a little bit surprised because under really Ruben Amorim, we share on Danya over chess man Daniel, we share on the did that two young players man, Cabra to trade into that game my belt. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the results they were all expecting. In all, I think Amorim, United, the only thing they can do is the only thing they can do is just to give him the more time because Benjamin Ebi and Kurome per talk sports nama manager Shami we are the year nama
Ariola no.
they go don't kubalama they can never come and change United.
Ariola.
Yes, so the earlier the better. Kabuto sama kabuto incheka ka winu ka kuji help mind because right now United, if they want to be like
I think
Manchester City now.
some week ago Arabe pushing more for Osakin.
Yes, now I've got to realize that Amorim is not the problem. Volume you are man use zungu brother. Domi Amorim muna sak mo yaron ne on the ne training grounds man ne boy shabo mi arbo ntwe park ma funi. Be dentene ka chang match no dan man la place ma. Obla nyer bo nwa ma swele. Tizaranya against Brentford. Bruno Fernandes since Salana kana Premier League ma puni. Dan man less than 5 penalties come in the Premier League. This season ko Fernandes never so we lost more than 5 penalties.
Yeah, this
season
year.
Yes. Karanya la penalties ma. Then penalties yes. Then to either win or draw. But unfortunately, Obuto Zerbe still Cameroon through that opportunity to be taking the team's penalty. Come better players who can do better than what he does when it comes to penalty kicks. So Amorim muna don't pass out to catch United banguna. Last 5 matches share Brentford ningwe. Once cook that draw the Panza Brentford nyala bandi Manchester United. I wasn't that surprised because we share United against Chelsea. I was expecting them, to use that morale into the game against Brentford, but unfortunately they couldn't get the results they was expecting. So in all, they have to give Amorim time and let's see how it's going to unfold in the future for the manager and the club as well.
So like INA, it wasn't surprising. Yes, the Drabno was surprising, but aside that, and that like entire Puno Dakunyame, a lot of people wrote on that Chelsea performance of Manchester United, like Caprese team out to a certain level. But let's get this right.
Okay.
Without red card, if Chelsea have any red card,
okay,
Brian's not Manchester United. That's just a fact.
Okay.
We all saw it when Manchester United also picked up a red card. 5 minutes into the like to first half. Tizaranye benda kwa nyara bullshit.
Mashina me red card, kadi banka red card.
Nice one.
Banda kucham.
So
the fact.
Yes. Now after red card
okay.
After Manchester United benda a red card but abla nyara bullshit. That's the fact there. You can't change it. In terms of performance right now, Manchester United is nowhere closer to Chelsea. So if Nerby Ryan Jumbale and they were praising Manchester United, I think it wasn't enough.
Okay.
Chelsea are unfortunate that coach cool down panic you big guns out of game. Catch Brian win the game after Manchester United benanye red card You understand?
Yes.
So going into this game, Brentford but don't a bad record against Manchester United made a bad record against Brentford when it comes to Bochum. That's the fact there. But to come now, watching this game as a Manchester United fan, I rally the game more.
Okay.
There was a clear message going around the pitch, especially in some two players.
Yes.
That was Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Meno or have started the game. But on that channel, he was sending a particular message that look, I want my manager to be sacked. That was the kind of game they were playing that day because third goal she didn't that kind of pressure shele biela ko be meno so ora ko gbla ball ma on ko gba ka play ma to ko mala moto la biela ko ba to ban ma to ko fele ka chu ka play ma zo zang no gu halle anti di won no na nye play so won lan tar field ma zo nye chance to watch game ma van yanga so look I wasn't surprised but always since the one and defender Ruben Amorim Canelo Pam like they don't get it but my Oliver Glasner is playing a 3-4-3 system Frankfurt ran a 3-4-3 system and he used it to win a Europa league 3-4-3 system with Crystal Palace and he's defeating big boys. It's not easy to defeat Liverpool even though Barabin may like well. But aside that 3-4-3 system, man, it works and it depends on players, man. Yama Ruben Amorim right now, best I mean like back Kunyala, Len Euro, Maguire and Delight. If Maguire show you the signs of leading the back line, man, you can let him play. I mean like alongside Delight, man, but he will not be the main center back.
Yes.
In this kind of point, you need like a center back like William Saliba, Virgil van Dijk, even Virgil sort of Husanov, even though those kind of aggressive and like banning like awareness. Jump to the first goal, man. Henderson that I tip pass, man. Bruno Fernandes wasn't more than 5 years to strike, man. Can you settle offside trap? What are you doing? Roman ran to him and challenge him. Can you talk about settle offside trap? What kind of decision was that? So loud game, man, like players, man, they were just playing to get Ruben Amorim sack. And always, I will always defend coaches because coach no dey but when tactics mark wula and when tactics mark wula ka players, man, they are not proven or they are not driven on the pitch. It like the but Bruno Fernandes missing a penalty. Look, keeper so on that can against, man. He's an expert. La come bondo. All lifetime puna since on can goal keeper puna. On a missing penalty shootout.
Okay.
That's him. O save less official 7 penalties in the Premier League kasi before. It just tells you who he is. So when they say penalty against Bruno Fernandes, it's nothing you should talk about. Okay. But aside that, Bruno Fernandes wasn't showing me like Bruno Fernandes so Tamima. Okay. You understand? So it just tells you. But I just want to say this. Manchester United bandeka Ruben Amorim zone. That's a highly George on club now. Okay. When you're a proven manager of like reviving teams, he will still fail at Manchester United with these kind of players. But they will stable like attitude on the pitch. Okay. That's the fact. Even when there's Pep Guardiola now, or Bande bought the time machine and like pass man and Alex Ferguson now, he's going to fail because of these players. They should start holding the players. Look, Roy Keane or was it Gary Neville? Ni besabira to lose game no or sort of you to know or just because of like expectations no usually but now zang team over a year now Manchester United but we win back-to-back games.
Yes.
So look, aside him being the coach, in place man, you need like this is not only million and you know that look, I am going into this game to deliver and fight for the club. And yet since they won, you know pen down a contract for Manchester United. You understand? You should be prepared to take the hit. Okay. No matter what. Whether being out of position, whether you should be prepared to deliver for the team. On point there are 2 times of salary since on Kana Brentford. And it seems Okona on your functional player on the pitch. The rest are going to and a player like Bruno Fernandes should be turning up because so I just think the only part I need to blame Ruben Amorim is selections, man. But aside that, you can't blame him for losing games because all players, man, they are not like delivering. But aside games, no man, Tranye ka Chelsea lose against Brighton and of course Sama Arsenal's but defeat Newcastle by 2 quick last minute goals. So that was just the game for the weekend. But Redwan Akpambo Puna Arsenal Bonto win Lake Mayan.
It's too early to say the club who is going to win the league, but they can because Mr. Lehman Chishan so we had they are eager to prove to the world that they can also be one of the competitors
Mm.
for the English Premier League this season.
Mm.
But Mikel Arteta da la besa de point the sangmala Premier League ka I can understand it because the likes of Newcastle ki sa di point ka you har kaman Premier League ki point Mikel Arteta
No, so very celebrity win.
they shouldn't say come on we had a Shelbian ka we had Karamala Champions League be he kapusha ka ai we know come on common match mala the celebration kana
Mm.
chi he cup bet
Okay.
ben sa yu hashamal jangan sang mala something extraordinary sanye karanya no man sa kunya Newcastle da mala Odegaard sa tuna game up puni and everything around for ban Arsenal sma Poika Odegaard sa ka game up puni Arsenal was finding it difficult to break through the lines of Newcastle. But this Sanan Odegaard trying to game up winning. We also how easy he was able to break the lines of Newcastle. To Adenman song say
Mm.
Arsenal signing la 2 quick goals prompt to the final response. So Arsenal, they can win the league, but it's too early to predict who is going to be the winner of the league.
Okay, so games man da saku nye shambe be ndara ku nye shambala in the Premier League. So overall week one ma de like the go man big clubs ma bra lose some about all being so well. That's why we love football. I mean a lot of like upset. You understand? Aside that Barcelona but Sanyala but winning the game now they are back to the La Liga table, and of course Italians here are games gonna be but for the sake of time, three being in the but aside that the only bad thing during the week was that PGMOL Bay Referee Association match are not doing good in terms of the Premier League. And this is just a plea to them that at least you should stay consistent. You understand? Last week, my Sanchez could can make a tackle by touching the ball and taking out on Bremo. Kato red card because of that.
Okay.
But in the in the 18-yard box, Nick Pope sending the same thing to Victor Gyökeres. He wasn't given a card. Captain overturning penalty call. So at least you need to stay consistent.